Something I found really fascinating is the humans the evil humans that were riding on the Elefantes Grande. They're all so Arab coded. Like they try to make them look like the most evil Arabs you've ever seen in your life. They're all like fucking like masked up and like they look
I've
like a
heard
bunch
people
of
criticize that about the movie, like people like who look back on it and say like it hasn't aged well in that regard.
yeah. I mean,
However, I think that the main reason why they did that is to just make it super different from the Western looking, like everything else.
well, to be
Because otherwise,
fair,
people be like, "Why are these people? Why are these humans who are I'm usually rooting for the human characters in this? Why are they evil?"
I
So I
mean,
think they just tried to make them look as different as possible, and maybe they accidentally made them look Arab.
no, I don't think it was an accident. I was just gonna say, like, as someone who grew up, Middle Eastern, who was very aware of like post 9/11 like propaganda in movies, like it's not. I don't really blame Lord of the Rings. It was just the thing to do. Like anytime there was a bad guy, like
Mm.
post 2001,
Mhm.
it's Arab coded. You look at anything back then, like, and before that, it was like Russian coded or Chinese coded, or
Mhm.
like it's just whatever America. It's reflective of like what Americans are scared of at that
Mhm.
time or what the West is scared of at that time. So I think it was intentional. Like I don't think they were like fuck Arab people, like they're evil. But at the time, it was like, how do we depict that they're evil? Here are some traits that I think of when I think of a scary evil person, aka make them look like a Middle Eastern like caricature.
Mhm.
That's what I think. I mean, I don't hold it against them. It's just I think it's so interesting to point out, like, the manufactured consent through media has been going on for a really long time, and you see it everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, I mean, even by virtue of having them on elephants
Yeah,
was enough to say that this was like all of our media is fucking what do you call it?
propagandized.
No. Referential or whatever.
Yeah,
That's the wrong word, but whatever. Yeah, they were referencing, cultures,
hmm
and they needed to make it different. That was the only thing that was important,
mm.
which is like it's not an orc army, it's not the orc army, it's not this. It is another vague group of people who are a problem that
Yeah.
they should be worried about.
Yeah.
And you just kind of end up choosing something, unless it was like clearly outlined by J.R.R. Tolkien that it's fucking
Arabs.
that that was what all their regalia looked like.
No, but it's so fascinating though, because even when you do get glimpses of them, they're definitely like olive skinned.
Mhm.
Like, because
Well, they also had the fucking like
yeah,
eyeliner Egyptian type meme going on.
The cold.
Yeah.
It's super fascinating because me and Ian were talking. It's shocking after you see Rings of Power and you go back to like Lord of the Rings, how white everything is. And I'm not just saying like white, like they didn't have any black actors. Like everybody is like the same shade of like pale white.